Shut up and sit down.
Starting and What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Wyld Style Podcast. I'm your host, Sambo. This episode is brought to you by Big Mr. Concrete and Landscape. What these guys do is they handle all types of solutions, from pavers to fire pits, landscaping, curbing. They do amazing quality concrete work. They specialize in decorative stamping, with colors for patios, driveways, sidewalks, and so much more. Go ahead and go like their Facebook page. As you can see, it's got that sexy brown man logo right there on his Facebook page. If you guys want to contact him, his phone number is 208-412-8039, and ask for Gabriel Miranda and let them know that Sambo sent you. Okay, please. Thank you. As we got back on the show is Coach Gabe, right across from me. Big man right there, sexy brown man. And we got Colton the Madman Vaughn as our special guest today. As if you guys don't know, Colton actually runs a gym called Comenu. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Comenu.
Are you still the Madman?
No, actually, it's a funny story. I decided to change my name to the Reaper.
The Reaper.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because Jiu-Jitsu is a game of life and death, right? So
Okay.
Dang,
I'm the
that's
Reaper.
scary.
I'm bringing death.
Do you whisper as you're choking him out? You reap what you sow.
No, I talk a lot, though. Probably more than I should. And I laugh a lot, too. So a few of my partners will find that funny. Usually laughing when I'm in trouble or someone else is in trouble. So maybe my nickname should be the Joker. I don't know.
That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah.
I
That's
like
kind
that.
of scary, too.
I actually kind of like that a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it suits you more than the Reaper.
I like the Reaper, though. The Reaper sounds kind of hard and
Well,
scary.
yeah, but you're not that hard. You're
I'm
like,
pretty hard. You watch yourself and come into practice one of these times.
that's true. I'm just jealous. What can I say? I remember when you first started doing it, I remember doing it at the IAC with you. And then when I started with Josh, and then I was able to tap him out. I'm like, sweet. Not anymore.
See, I can't. I never
Not
even
even
got
close.
close. Colton would sometimes let me get him in something, like, nope, just kidding. I'm like, shit, damn it. I felt good for a little bit, and then Colton turns around, muscles me out. I'm like,
I just want
need
to
to
clear.
gain some
I just want to clear the air. Like I let you tap me.
no, I said,
Don't those were my glory days, bro. Actually, nah, those weren't even my glory days. Sad. Actually, when we started fighting, like when we really started training together, I couldn't get him. Like it was so hard. He was so focused on being just monster.
yeah. From what I knew, it
So-
was always been like that. Just a focused freaking martial artist. Even like practicing all the time, you were just. Couldn't even joke around with you sometimes. Just like, okay, that wasn't funny. My bad. Yeah.
He was a
Always
beast,
after.
no doubt. He was always walking around the wrestling room just trying to show off his abs. Because that's when I first met him, when he came from California. Hilarious. And me being assistant coach for Columbia Wrestling, I was like, dude, why? He just got this stretch. I was like, why? Why? He's like, because I can. Just, I used to give him so much shit.
Funny story. I don't know if you remember this, but my nickname in high school was Captain Insano. So I was like a crazy
from the
guy.
water boy.
Yeah. I actually got a
Captain
pair of
Insano.
underwear. I still have them, which is weird. Like we're alive, so I just sold myself out. But I have a pair of underwear from high school that my buddy Trey bleached and has like Captain Insano on the crotch and has like crazy things, and everybody called me crazy. So
At one point, you wanted to be a WWE wrestler with those.
yeah, exactly.
Dude, I wanted to be
I
WWE.
wanted to be, yeah. I was
I
like,
even
don't we
signed
all?
up for that thing. What was it?
Tough Enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I signed up, did a video interview type thing, and yeah, dude, I was big on WWE.
Yeah, I loved it. I still love that. But I also did a video, but then I saw the video. I was like, man, it was back when I was like 18 when, kind of had a little bit of acne. Not a lot, but still some. And I was skinny. I was totally skinny. I was like, this can't be it. I had the personality. Hell, I even made up my own move. Still don't have a name for it, but it's awesome. So, but yeah, I was no, it's not happening.
Dude, that's why I always say I look like The Rock, man. He was my idol. I mean, a little bit short, probably like a few inches shorter.
Can we somehow get on Twitter and tag The Rock in this and let him be the judge? When he says, Sambo, you are my mini-me. That's what it is. I believe it.
He's already said it, but I lost his text message. It was on my old phone.
No. When The Rock texts you, you don't ever lose that message.
I did. I don't want people to know because then everyone wanted to be my friend.
Like, funny story, like, because he likes The Rock a lot, right? He likes Kevin Hart, too, and all that stuff.
Dude, I love
You
Kevin
remind me of Kevin Hart more than The Rock.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, for sure.
Why? It's because I'm short.
Because you're
That's
loud.
well, that and
This.
you never stop. So
Yeah.
That's why I had to start my own podcast. It's the only way I could talk without people getting annoyed at me. They probably still do though.
I was gonna call you like the Mexican version of Kevin Hart, but what are you? You look. I don't know,
brown.
Samoan. You're brown, but what
I'm
kind
brown.
of brown? There's
My-
a lot of browns.
my
There's
grand-
Taliban brown. There's Puerto Rican brown.
I don't know because my grandpa was Indian too, so maybe I'm like somewhat of that. I don't know. I don't really know. I never really even looked into like my whole like heritage type thing. You know, I should do one. What's that one thing where they do the DNA thing? What
Ancestry.
is it? Ancestry.
Yeah.
I should do that. I'm probably related.
23andMe,
Thank you.
Ancestry.
Yeah. So see, if I probably did something, they'd probably say that The Rock was like my long lost brother or something because I look just like him. Watch.
Stop. Look, I do the same thing too.
You know, off of
Only
Jumanji.
I get the fact that I look Islander.
Okay, well, let's not make this about you. Okay.
It's the Wild Style podcast.
That's true. That's true. I'm so sorry.
Hey, but you're my co-host, so it works out either way.
Yeah.
But man, so obviously UFC 248,
Yeah.
crazy lineup. Well, I mean, I only know the first two fights. I didn't really look into the rest, but Joanna versus Zhang, first off.
Zhang Weili, or was it Weili Zhang?
I never know their names.
I
They
don't
have
know.
Crazy ass
Dude,
names.
she's bad.
She's
bad.
nasty.
I think she's got over Joanna. I really do. I think after that first loss, when Joanna finally lost to Rose,
Mm-hmm.
I think it totally exposed her, kind of like shook her confidence,
Yep.
and then she was going through some shit personally or whatever. But like, she's a high pressure volume fighter
Yep.
with no power.
No.
So she's got endless amounts of energy, but I don't know. So does a hybrid.
You know
what I mean? But they all. But
You
it's
know
got
who
no
she
power.
kind of reminds me of? As I would think she kind of reminds me of Ferguson. He has power, but he destroys his opponents, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what she does. Is she just
Who? Joanna? Or-
Joanna? She just destroys them. She tears them up. She makes them look nasty,
Yeah.
just like Ferguson does. She has no power, but she's just so technical.
Yeah,
with-
she's extremely
yes,
technical.
and so when Rose beat her, I was just like, oh my god.
My wife loved that one. Loved it. I mean, that was a great card anyway. I mean, hell,
Oh,
GSP won the title that night as well. So
Wait, wasn't that when Cody Nolov lost too? Or no?
yes,
Was it?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
it was.
Yes.
Everybody but GSP lost that night.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah,
that was bad.
all the title people who held their title, all
Yep.
champions lost,
Yep.
and that was a great
Damn,
night.
I
So
remember that.
Zhang is something else too. Coming out of freaking China, trying to do her thing. Like she's like really
First
adamant
China champ?
about. Yeah, I think that's the first Chinese champ.
Yep.
Period. Like ever. And she's really trying to make it like known for her kung fu. She
Yep.
wants to make that like mainstream.
Yep.
And if UFC gives her a good push, it'll happen.
Oh yeah, definitely, hands down. She's incredible. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be a brawl. They're gonna go at it. They're literally gonna beat the shit out of each other. So I don't know. I really don't know who I have for that. I want Joanna to win.
Really?
Yeah, I really like her. I'm a big fan of her. She is her attitude, her personality, and just the way she comes out. She's a really likable fighter. How can you hate her?
Honestly, it's literally for that reason. It's because of her attitude. It's the way she talks.
You don't see a lot of girls like that. And
Well,
she's just
true.
like,
That's
gets
true.
right up in their grill. Even if they're taller, she's like,
Yeah. She bends all the way down
God.
just to come right back up.
you can't hate her.
Yeah.
I
I can hate her.
You know she's hungry too. So.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
After she lost
What's
the rose.
what's the record of that Chinese?
I think she's 19-1.
Dang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's
How many
bad
fights in
bitch.
the UFC though?
I don't know.
I
but-
don't think
See, like-
very much. I don't think she's.
It is the women's division though, so I mean, she is a relatively new fighter.
Yeah.
Within the last couple of years.
What division is that now?
115, I believe. 115,
shit.
125.
I think it's small.
They don't have a smaller one than that. So it's 115s, 125, 135, and 145 for females.
Damn. Holy shit. Oh yeah, cause not Cat Zingano, Cyborg fought at 145, and now she's in Bellator. Jesus,
Yeah.
everyone's going to Bellator. Fuck, that's what we were
More
just
money.
talking
It's
about.
good. Yeah, it's good payday.
Yeah,
Well,
That's what we're talking about.
that and dude, like they have a good relationship between Cyborg and Coker because she was the former Strikeforce champ until UFC bought him out.
Yep.
You know, and honestly, I know that Nunes won that fight, but I still think Cyborg is the best female champ out there, only
Yeah.
because she was so dominant for 10 years. She was kind of like the Fedor for the females,
Yeah.
dominant for nobody could beat her for 10 years until she finally lost, and she lost to a champion, but she never lost her, or she did lose her belt.
Yes.
Okay,
she had the title. Or
Yes, she had the title. So,
yeah,
and she
'cause
only
that's when
lost to a
Nunes can double,
champion.
yeah.
And then she goes to another organization, wins that belt. You know what I mean? So she's been in every major organization she's been in. She's been a champion.
They call her the super champ.
Yeah, she's
the
like
super
the super
champ.
duper champ.
Yeah,
now.
that's what they call her, is a super champ.
Yeah.
Because she's won Invicta, she's won Strikeforce, she's has the belt for
Bellator?
Bellator, and she had the
And
belt for UFC. She's the first super champ.
Yeah.
Like
And
that's what
those
she was
amazing-
going for.
All she needed was pride. And then
Wait, did they have women's for Pride?
No, bro.
No.
No way.
Damn, what if they did? That would be pretty fun to watch.
It might have. I mean, it still would have been the
Stomp the
same.
shit out of each
it
other's
just
head.
wouldn't have been publicized because it's Japanese. It's all
Yeah.
about the males
Mhm.
in the Japanese culture. So
That's true. That's shitty. That's so shitty. Because a lot of the girl fighters are a lot better to watch than fucking males.
I love
sometimes.
watching girls fight.
Me too.
I was just thinking about that. You see, like the Chinese lady coming in to the UFC. Not to bag. I'm not against other races or anything like that, right? But it's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it
but I
is.
feel like the competition level, like in the UFC versus events in China or Japan, are drastically different, right? There's like a competition leap. So you see these guys like Fedor,
Yep.
right, who have dominated in Pride forever, and then they come to UFC against some real big dogs, and it's a different battle.
Yeah.
It might have been out of his prime and stuff like that, but just from my evaluation, how I've seen it, it always seems like they'll get this crazy record down there, and then they come to the UFC and they get lit up by
That's
where
true,
the best
though.
is supposed
Yeah.
to be, right? The UFC
Yeah.
is supposed to be the best.
Yep.
So
It's a little different though because when you come from those countries that are not, that are predominantly solely like Mexico, you go to Mexico,
Yep.
they've got a lot of decent
Boxers.
good up and coming
Yep.
fighters, right?
Mhm.
But they can all box.
Yep.
Let's just
You
put on
got
some
hands.
boxing gloves and
Sorry,
not kick and not
Cain
wrestle.
Velasquez.
it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So
Well, So
then
touching
you
on
got-
that was
then you got guys
Ben
like-
Askren.
Yeah.
Ben Askren came from one, which is strictly over in that area.
Yeah.
He comes into the UFC. It's a. I would say it was an early stoppage for when he fought Robbie Lawler, based on how Robbie Lawler fights and how he comes back.
Yeah.
But then you can kind of see him
horrible
giving
stoppage.
yes,
Yeah.
and
Horrible.
I thought it was early. So Ben Askren's on his high horse, winning Robbie Lawler. Cool, whatever. Robbie Lawler comes back, he probably beat the shit out of you. But I respect Ben Askren. His whole success. Then he fights again.
And dies.
Get,
Gets murdered by Jorge Masvidal.
he killed him.
In the
you
wor-
didn't see. You didn't
in
see
the
him.
words of Jorge, he got baptized. right?
Totally
It's
true.
bad,
Yeah,
dude.
he just
He went to sleep.
destroyed him.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, Ben Askren's going to put a fight against fucking Masvidal. No, he gets destroyed within seconds. Wait, did he take out the fastest knockout? Did he beat Connor's record? He did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's insane.
In my eyes, Ben Askren is 0-3 in the UFC. Period. He lost to he let's be honest, if it wasn't for the ref pulling him off, the entire fight he was getting his ass kicked.
Wait, who did he lose against the second fight when he retired? Who was it?
It was the third fight. It was Damian Maia who choked him out.
Oh yes. Fuck, I forgot.
So it's like, dude, in my opinion, honestly, you're 0-3. Like, sorry, you can stay at 1, and it was funny that you say that because when they come over, it is a different ball game. But at the same time, like, he's been training in the States, so he was supposed to be that mecca.
Yep.
The only problem is, he didn't take Robbie Lawler because he said in the beginning, "Oh, I didn't want to fight Robbie Lawler," but it is what it is. Yeah. So a guy like him that's so used to winning, you get into this mindset, be like, I didn't want him, but no big deal. Yeah. You put in half the time in the training room, and to be honest with you, as far as a fight goes, it's more than anything, it's your mentality. Yeah. How you approach the fight. Yeah. You give me a super tough fighter, and I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna hang up the phone after telling my manager yes, and I'm gonna be like, why the fuck did I just say yes? I'm gonna be freaking out, and then I'm gonna train that much harder. But when you give me a fish, I'm like, oh my god, all right, it's a payday. Yeah. It is what it is. You go in, you do your thing, but you're doing your thing on the outside because, because you've got this in the bag. It's the mentality, dude. Everything is mental in this game. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah. Having a good head is just dangerous, man. Really very dangerous. So what about,
do you guys remember, I don't know if you guys seen it. Did you see that talk where Darren Till was like talking about being like terrified?
Yeah.
Like walking out?
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
Was it Darren Till or was it Cowboy?
No. It was Darren. Yeah. He's talking about like he just be right before the fight just terrified.
Yep.
Like scared to death and be like inner monologue talking himself into it.
Yep.
So like real talk, I've always been like that.
Yeah.
So
well, even
oh dude, are you
remember
kidding me? Yeah.
When I was
I remember you.
It wasn't but you had trained me for that last fight.
Yeah.
And we were in the showers, and he was like, "Okay, well, let's just do some light mitts, blah blah blah." Yeah. So he's like, "We're just gonna move." I was like, "Okay." And he punched me. I was like, "Boom!" And I was getting mad. I was like, "Can't do this." And I was like going through a lot of shit at the time, and I was just like, I can't breathe. And he's just like, "Take a deep breath, look at me." And he goes, whack, and just slaps me. I'm just like, "Okay, let's go." And then we're literally walking out. Remember they fucked up my walkout?
Yeah.
I was supposed to walk out, and I started walking. Well, the security guard shoves his hand into my chest, and that just threw me off completely. Yeah. Then all I see is Coach just get in my face. He's like, "Fuck that! I know you were waiting for that. I know you visualized that walkout. I know you visualized that part." He's like, "Fuck that! Now take that in and kick the shit out of this guy." Yeah. I was just like, "Okay." Like
we sense.
And we get out there, but it's that you're in your head, and not a lot of people realize that. Like you're.
We look fearless.
Yeah, but then when we're there and
scared
we're walking, we talked about last time. I was like, dude, I hate getting punched in the face. I hate it.
See, I actually do. I was there. I like to put my hands down, I like to get hit, but yeah, I know that Darren Till was talking about it. Like you going out there, like every bit of emotion comes out. And it's all in levels too, and it just depends on who the fighter is and how you take it. Because one level is the morning you wake up.
Yep.
I don't want to be talked to. I don't care if we've been friends for 20 years. If you were my wife, my kids, everything and everybody annoys me. Fuck all you.
Yep.
I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I'm out. I don't want to be talked to. I don't want nobody to call me. And then that's one level. What's the next level? Well, all right. Well, when I get to the ring, or not to the arena, then you're in the fighter meeting. You're like, that's another level. When you're staring down your dude, you're like, dude,
heartbeat.
Yeah.
Because you see them.
Yeah, you're just like.
See, my heartbeat never got. No, that's when I start to get settled, because that's the calmest. Honestly, in the fighter meeting, that's the calmest time of the whole night.
Yeah.
You're only there with fighters. No family can call you nothing, because you have to pay attention to what the referees and they're all saying.
Everyone's
and then
asking
everybody
questions.
goes back. You go get settled into the back room. you know, you're with this team. It's cool, and the back rooms are cool because you get to talk to other fighters, get to know other teammates, you know, and it becomes cool because you guys are about to get into shit. You get into this vibe, you know, blue corner versus red corner, type of deal.
It's like a gang.
Yeah, and you've never even trained together.
No.
You know what's funny is like, I would be terrified, just like I said, like a heartbeat, all that stuff, until like weigh-ins, right? Where you get to actually look your guy in the eye. You have that like moment, right? And for whatever reason, every single time we did weigh-ins, didn't matter who the opponent was, just everything chilled out. Then I get that high heart rate, like I was saying, like I'm like,
At weigh-ins,
there
that's
it is
awesome.
again, right?
That's funny.
Get
At
like
weigh-ins?
ogre mode, and then I
Do
calm
you have
down.
these two
I'm like, all right,
abs right here? You got these two abs right here. Who's that? Who's that one guy you fought? The big guy. You fought him
They're all
twice.
Cortez.
Paris. Was it Paris?
Cortez?
No. Cortez, yeah, Cortez. Beside him, you didn't have to worry about fucking facing abs with him. You're just like, these are natural. Cortez is like,
Yeah, there's a big size in between
That's
you both.
terrible.
dude,
Yeah.
I remember that fight. You knocked
The
his fucking
Mexican
tooth
hole.
out.
Yeah, he knocked me out first, though. Let's be fair. He caught me slipping.
Fuck him. It's not about him.
And
He's
then-
not here.
And then I got him back though.
Yeah,
like
dude.
it was his fault for not. Like he should have known better. Like I was gonna take him down.
Oh.
Like everybody knew. I was gonna take
yeah.
him down.
Definitely.
And it didn't work any guard. It didn't work any jiu-jitsu. No wrestling. And I took him down. Cut his guard like butter.
And that's your specialty.
Yeah.
His
Yep.
ground.
Like it was.
It was so easy.
It was one of the easiest fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so easy. I
My
remember
homie
just
can
like
hit
watching.
hard, man.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you turn my lights off like.
Yep.
Like
And it's really
done.
easy to do when you're a heavyweight and these small ass gloves, man. It's
Yeah.
like, it's legal street fight.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you got the. I think it's funny that at weigh-ins you're like, I'm pretty chill. I don't really get nervous at weigh-ins. I'm just pissed off more than anything because I had to cut so much weight or whatever. So
Yeah, I think that's the other thing too. Is I get to eat right after.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm like, all right,
so
I'm
you're
good.
more
good.
excited
down.
about eating, yeah.
yep.
You're more worried about getting that food, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Except for when I'm
gosh.
heavyweight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know I'm eating on the way there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Which is
Not
funny.
me.
Then you're in, but then you're in there, and finally they're like, you're getting, you're kind of getting warmed up. It's funny how you kind of get gassed out,
Yep.
like in the back there. You've been training for hours, and then 30 seconds, you're like, hang on, call the timeouts. That's why you gotta have like a good mitt guy, a guy that can push you through all that bullshit, because that's hilarious. You're just like, oh man. And then the next level is, hey, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. You got three fighters. You guys ready? You know what I mean?
then
And
you start-
they actually address you. They're like, oh shit, okay, now you're then you get that.
You're like, shit, did I drink enough water? Fuck, I'm gagging. I'm like,
I gotta pee.
Yeah.
I
gotta pee right now.
do something
I
in
gotta
the
pee right
bathroom. I
now.
don't know what it is, but I gotta go to the
Dude,
bathroom.
I'll pee and then like I'll get right where like they dock you, right? Like right before you start walking, I'm like, I gotta pee right now.
Yep.
Man, like every single time, dude.
You
Dude, I
drank so
remember
much
that.
water, so you're constantly in the urinal.
Yeah,
So.
because you feel your adrenaline's just pumping, so
Yep.
you get so dehydrated, dude. I remember I was just like, oh, I told Colin, I was like, dude, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Get off. He's like, no, dude, you're just dehydrated, bro. Your adrenaline's pumping. I'm like, no, I need water. Did I drink enough water? He's like, yeah, you drank enough water. I'm like, I don't know. I felt like I didn't drink enough water
The
this
did
camp.
eyes.
Like, oh shit.
The did eyes. Did I do
think-
enough in the training? Did I do enough
God.
running? Did I drink enough water? Did I eat something? Did I have enough sex? Did I not have enough sex? Everything. The did eyes. I hate those. I
So
hate
many
those.
times.
Oh,
so many
dude.
times I will like have somebody panicking on me. When I was like cornering for him or something like that, and they'd go through that thing, but they'd be telling me, and I'm just like, oh man, this guy's about to fight right now, and he's talking about all this. Like,
It all
keep
comes
that-
out.
I'm like, keep that to yourself, homie.
Yeah.
I never tell
cry.
anybody.
Am I supposed to be crying right now? Like, I don't know. What's going on? Like, are my nipples supposed to hurt? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Holy shit! I just start screaming.
Stop! Somebody, are you that man? Please help me.
Somebody hold on my nipples while I walk out, please.
Oh, that's
God
messed
damn
up.
it.
That's messed up. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
They'll tell me this stuff, and I'm like, man, this guy's about to fight right now.
God,
Just
dude.
look him right in the game. Like, that's normal.
Yeah. No one really knows that, man. Even that video you're talking about, with Darren Till, when Cowboy fought Connor, that he had the same video, and they were talking about that video. Like, why would they show that video? Like, I'm pretty sure that makes you, if you're sitting in the locker room and you're watching your own video, like, you're probably just freaking out even more. Like, shit, everybody knows how I'm feeling right now. Like, what the fuck?
Everyone's feeling it though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I've had
but-
fights though too, like where, like I was almost empty to that nervousness. I don't
Yeah.
know whether it's the experience or whatever, but I've had fights where I walked out or maybe it's the opponent. So like for instance, when I fought Cortez again, I'm like, well, he's already knocked me out. Like there was no feeling, there was no nervousness. It was like as soon as I get on top, it's done.
Yeah.
I just already had that in my head, so there was like no fear at all. So I don't know how many fights it takes to get there, or maybe you just need to get your head knocked off a couple times, and then you're like, oh, getting knocked out is not that bad. I mean, it's not good for me
I gotta
down
go
the
eat
road.
now.
Down the road is
Yeah.
not good for me, but like at the end of the day, like you get knocked out and you wake up, like whatever,
Damn, dude. That's dude.
It's like getting choked out.
the fight.
Your buddy shakes your arm.
I think everybody's different, you know. Everybody just has that level. I mean, and then afterwards, you start to walk out. I think that's one of the worst things for me. It's then you know it's real, right, and then they're walking out. You're all walking out as a team, right, and then you're just like stop, and you're just waiting there. I'm like fuck. You gotta wait there, dance a little bit, whatever. Everybody's just like, yeah, you got this, you got this. They're rubbing you. Half the time you want them to rub you. More than half the time you don't want them to fucking touch you. You just want to pace, but they're like, no, you gotta stay over here. Why the fuck do I gotta stay over here? All that shit. And then for me, actually, when you're back there waiting back then you see your opponent. If you're out there first, then you see your opponent out there, or you're in the back and you see your opponent out there in front of you or whatever.
Yep.
For me, it's as soon as that music hits,
Oh, I'm zoned.
I'm in it. And then
Yep.
you're just like, at that point, it's no return. You're like, yes, I'm zoned in for the most part. You know, do my hugs, love you all, cool, take off my shirt, walk in there. The moment I walk in there, I don't know if it's like that for you. I don't know if it's like that for you. But the moment I walk in, ring that fucking bell. I can't wait to smash your fucking
Make
face.
me want to go fight someone right now. Shit.
Yeah. That's
No
how I-
training. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm scared shitless the entire time. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Soon
And
as
then
you
I
get
hit
there,
you hard. You're like, why are you hitting me so hard? What? Why can't we be
I'm about to
friends?
cry with you right now because I feel your pain.
Why? Yeah. Why can't we be friends right now? But no. You gotta be an ass.
Yeah, dude. That's how I like. My thing is like what I'm just like pacing, and I'm just like, shit. I'm about to do this right now. Holy fuck. When the same thing is when I hear the music, I'm going. You hear the crowd, everything. You're just like, okay, we're about to fucking throw it down with these guys. I'm pumped. My adrenaline's going. Everything else out the door. Then as soon as they're checking you, they're just like, oh, any questions? I'm like, nope. You go back. You get in there. I say a prayer. Before I get in, I'll say a prayer. Then I'll go in. But then when I get in, I'm like, okay, well, now I could fucking fill the floor and everything. So it's just like, then I'm with my coaches, everybody who are talking to me. They're just like, okay, don't look at him, just look at us. We're focused. Don't worry about their music. Blah blah blah. But right there, I'm just like, and it's like, hey, you ready? I'm like, fuck no, I'm not ready. Like, hold on, give me like 5 more seconds, man.
I need 5 deep breaths.
All I need is 5 more seconds. I'm just like thinking like, oh shit, bro. Okay, well let's go.
Yeah.
But no, you're never ready for it. You're never ready to get punched in the face. I'm never ready to punch in the face.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
ready.
just like, fuck, okay.
I like it.
But
It's
I
fun.
have to get hit first. I remember my mom getting pissed at me. She's like, dude, you need to throw the first punch. I'm like, Mom, no. They got to hit me first because against the law to hit someone first, I can go to jail for it. Like, I'm not going to do that. I
Stop
don't care
that.
if I'm
What is wrong with
caged.
you?
I don't care. I'm not getting in trouble. But yeah, dude, it's just a weird feeling. It's just like, oh. But man, yeah, dude, I don't know. I get really, 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 really nervous. But I'm nervous about everything. Even before I start these shows, I get nervous. So I'm just a nervous dude in general.
I was pretty nervous on the way here. I was telling Jess, I was like, man, fear of public speaking is real right now. Pretty good though. You guys are pretty chill, so.
No, this is what it is, though.
I
dude.
got a lot of
It's just-
history with you guys too.
Yeah,
so.
but
It's a little different though. Like it's kind of public, but only public online.
Yeah.
So they can say what they want. It's just us.
Yeah, that's the.
I mean,
Yeah.
they ain't gonna say anything that hasn't been said already.
Hey, we haven't did a cheers yet, even though
Uh,
drinking a big ass thing of water.
there you go.
Salud.
Cheers to another episode.
Salud.
of Wild Style.
Salud. Gracias.
Gracias.
But yeah, man. So back to UFC. Obviously, Adesanya, fucking monster. undefeated. He's young. He's hungry. He's God damn. I don't even know how to explain this guy, man. He's just he's a weirdo, but he's likable person, man.
He's a rare gem.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's a rare gem.
Style bender. He's the last.
I do like that.
airbender.
I really do like that. I love the way his little dances are. I love the way he does his, just like an airbender, the last airbender would. I love that shit.
So the one person who bagged on it, John Jones, obviously,
of course,
talking shit as always. Whatever, trying to get fucking back on. Whatever. Fuck John Jones. Anyway, he lost that fight, bitch.
Yeah. John Jones.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Let's recap back to that real quick. Time out. Oh my gosh, what did you have those rounds?
I had Dom the first 3 rounds, and he lost the last 2. It could have gone either way with round 1 or round 2 or 3, but overall I still had it. Yeah, I think, man,
dude, I was off of my fucking chair. Like I was like, yeah, my boy Dom represent Mexicans. He kick that funk, this shit. But then there's this like, and still I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Well, the judging beforehand should have told
I
you.
threw my
time,
son
bro.
out of the second story of our house, out of my window. Like I was just like, nope, bye. Like I'm pissed. That's how mad I was, dude.
Yeah.
He survived, but it's okay.
It was sad. It's funny because Joe Rogan's like, yeah, I want to see the immediate rematch. We'll see leaps and bounds. I guarantee you Jones finishes him in the rematch.
Yeah.
I guarantee you
What did
Jones
you-
finishes him.
100% agree with that.
That's see, that's what I said. That's what I thought was. That's literally what I was just gas. It's gonna be the Gustafsson. It's gonna be that whole replay again because John Jones.
Yeah.
He's just like,
You have one chance.
you embarrassed me. First off,
Yep. You have
now
one
you
chance.
just pissed
That's
me
it.
off even more. I'm gonna come
you
out. And
motivated one of the best people in the world.
fucking the terrible person the whole entire like. Oh my god, like this
Terrible,
guy.
but like,
Yeah,
In life, he's a shitty person in real life.
No,
man,
I just
and
meant
the
like
best
this.
fighter.
I meant
in the world.
like scary. Like he's just a scary fighter, man. He. Oh, fuck, dude.
tall, long, strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now
Like,
he knows.
crazy good.
He knows Dom's game.
Yeah.
And he's been there. He knows that Dom has a great fucking wrestling game. He's
Yep. I guarantee you, Dom will be like, okay, I just got to pace myself a little bit better, right? And then he'll do a little less with better technique, but it's not going to matter because you slowed the tempo.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
All you
History
had
has
to-
always said or always proven that you have to knock or actually beat the champ.
Yeah.
You can't
Because-
take a
no.
decision.
Got to
You
beat champ
can't,
to beat
so-
champ.
Because they'll give it to you. They'll
Yep.
give it to you 9 out of 10 times.
It's almost like it's favored for the champion.
Yeah.
It is.
So-
It always is, whether it's in his home or not. It just, especially again with that horrible judging throughout the whole night.
Well,
That
one
was-
of the judges was looking down at during one of the fights.
He had something on his phone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan was literally commentating during that fight. He's like, look at this judge. He's sitting there looking at his phone the whole time.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, oh
He's
shit.
like,
Dumb one.
oh my
Dumb
gosh.
lost.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Gosh damn it.
Dang it. Hey, looking at the other one, it's like cheating. Hey, who do you have? Texting the other judge.
Trying to get paid.
I'm
today,
gonna,
bro.
yeah, what's
Trying to
cool?
get
Who do you
paid.
have? All right, cool.
Hey, look at this meme, bro.
Because it's not the only people at the around the table. You've got your judges, and then you got all these other little reporters, and then other people.
Dana, everybody else, they're all sitting around the tables. And then behind you got celebrities like fucking not even, inches away from you.
Yep.
It's just,
It's really easy to get distracted when you're in that situation. I think extremely easy. Extremely easy. I think you got to be a legitimate fan of it, but you've got to be one of those people that just get pissed off. Overall, like if you're a judge, I think you got to be one of those people that get pissed off when you're just like you just hear people being like, "Grab him in the dick,"
twist his dick.
Yeah, twist his dick like that guy. And then you got to be that person, be like, "Oh my god, morons, whatever." And then you're so focused on the fight because you are a fan, but you're also a fan of being a professional.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's what
think
they
that's what
said.
needs to
That's what they said. They should have veteran fighters that are retired as the judges.
Yeah, for sure.
Give them something to do after they're fucking done fighting.
Yeah.
Beside coaching, they want to still be in the game. Just Paul Feller, he just retired. He's a great commentator.
Yeah.
Like they
homies
dominate.
judging
he
the
did
fight and
not
never got punched in the
retire.
face.
He said he might be done. I hope he's not.
I hope he's not too,
damn
because
good
that was
fighter.
still another good. That was a really close fight
That
too.
was a close fight too. I still didn't actually
was
have
sad.
it for Hooker, but
I didn't have it for Hooker either.
it is what it is.
Hooker.
And I'm not pissed off that Hooker won.
No.
Congrats to him because that was a super close fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not retired. Just saying.
I hope he's not either. That was a damn good fight. That was a damn good fight, man. But yeah, dude, they should have. Colton said he's going to be breathing in the fucking mic. He's in here.
Yogurt.
Crayons on paper.
Crayons on paper.
It's my first podcast. Sorry, guys.
That was the testing.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, those were the words of the madman. You know what? That's it.
Dude.
You're not the madman. You're not the Reaper. He's the Mad Reaper. Ooh.
I don't like it.
What? Well, it's too bad. When you get a nickname, it's supposed to be from somebody else. You can't give yourself a nickname. It doesn't stick.
All right, I'd rather have Joker.
I want to be Big Daddy Kane.
I do like the Joker.
Like Pimp Big Daddy Kane.
Didn't P. Diddy have a band called Daddy Kane? Like, that's what you want to be? Daddy Kane? Really?
That was in the band. That's why I want to be called that.
Oh, my God.
I was the drummer.
Daddy Kane.
I was the lead singer.
It was all chicks. It was actually...
Shit, dude. What were we talking about?
Adesanya.
Oh, yeah. Back to that fool, man. Who do you have?
That's a damn good question. Adesanya. Overall. I mean, Romero's got the wrestling, and Romero right now is the scariest dude, but he's that guy. He's that super tough
He is scary as fuck.
60-40 fighter that's in the local pro ranks. You know, that 60-40 fighter that every undefeated fighter has to fight to get that super
It's like
tough
the
fight.
test, yep.
It's like that super test. That's what Yul is. So that's a bad dude, but it is in the UFC. But yeah, that's what Yul is right now. He's not going to win the title. He doesn't.
No.
He's got a murderer's row. He's part of that murderer's row, but he's got a murderer's row of fucking contenders.
Unless he lands something really fucking lucky and just gets
I think
knocked
Israel's
out.
got to actually start moving his head because he liked to take a lot of shots against
Gaslam.
Yeah.
which of all people, I can't believe you actually try to do that because like
Gaslam's a power. He is a power fucking
he's
man.
a powerful wrestler.
Yeah, he
got a
he
big
hits
head.
hard.
And
Yeah.
I can't believe he didn't even take it to the ground. So, but yeah, that's in my opinion. Yeah, he's got to move his head. I'm pretty sure I've annoyed the shit out of him when I've cornered him. When I say, "Why aren't your feet moving?" In my opinion, for a fighter that can be mobile, something's got to be moving. If your hands aren't moving, your head is moving. If your head isn't moving, your feet are moving.
Yep.
He's like, why aren't
All
your
the
feet
time.
moving? I was
Yep.
like, I
All
was
the
thinking
time.
in my head, I was like, because I'm white. Like,
I can't dance.
I can't
What the
move.
fuck?
I can barely move my own head.
You're thinking
right
about
now.
dancing
Oh, like I wrestle
in the middle
Like,
of a fight.
I'm a grappler, bro. That's why I
Oh,
can't.
shit.
That's why my feet aren't
But
moving.
he did it. He did it. I mean, it was like
Barely.
rocks moving. You know what I
It's
mean?
like cement.
But he did it. He did it, and you needed to because what was it, Chris Holdsworth?
Barnheiser.
No, Barnheist. There we go.
Yeah.
Dude came out of Team Quest like that was a legit fighter. Like he was ready to whoop that ass if you hadn't been mobile and been on top of your game. You had a good camp for that one. So
How'd I beat him though?
that's how didn't you beat the hell out of him? Was it a TKO?
Rear naked choke. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Submission.
Yes.
Bruh.
Yes,
Ground and pound.
but it took you a while to
Wrestling.
get there.
Jiu-jitsu.
That's
And then I
right.
got rocked on my feet.
Yeah.
So then I took him down and did what I do.
Dude, that's funny, man. Who do you got, Colton?
I don't know. I was talking earlier about it. If I had to put money on it, I'd say Adesanya, right? But you can't sleep on Yoel Romero, man.
Can't.
That guy is a freak athlete.
He's
super
scary.
strong.
He's
like,
not someone you.
How old is he? Like,
think he's-
40.
Yeah, he's old.
He's in his 40s.
he's
45,
like
I think.
40. He's got
He
like,
looking like he's 26.
looking like a
42?
bodybuilder.
Yeah,
42.
dude, it's crazy. He
And then
actually,
he can do the splits. He can like kick his own
Yeah.
head.
Did you say 42? 42. When you
okay.
said 42.
Front flip, side flip.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the when they did the first weigh-ins and Adesanya was like doing
Yeah.
breakdancing moves, and then
He like did a
Romero's
Yo,
front
showed him
flip
up.
into a split,
a
dude.
backflip into
Yeah.
into the splits. I
Like,
was
get out of here, man. 44 years old.
And he
Looking
looks
like a
fucking-
bodybuilder.
yeah.
He can do that. Like,
He's
get
like a
I don't wanna-
tank. Middleweight, fucking just monster.
Okay, if I'm fighting somebody, I don't want them to do that before.
What's going on, Red?
I'd be like,
Because then I'm like, I can't even do a
you know
backflip.
what? Here, take my belt.
Yeah.
Just take it.
Like,
Before you doing that
all
shit.
kidding aside, though, definitely Adesanya. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
But
good, man. He is a good fighter, man.
I would say if Yoel takes him down, then we might have something.
he's gonna
Because
overpower him.
Yoel is Olympic wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he? What?
He's
Was
strong.
it gold? Was it gold or was it bronze? Or I can't remember what.
I'm not sure. I know he had a couple years in the Olympics. So that being said, like he's got the wrestling.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he's got the size on Adesanya too.
And the
so,
team behind him.
So maybe
Who does he fight for?
ATT
Oh shit. Okay.
out of Boca Raton, like several champions come out of that gym. Like you have the mecca of hell. Even Kobe Covington's dumbass, trains there.
Colby Covington, man.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like all these champs, and they've got so many coaches there. So many coaches that a lot of these fighters that are up and coming, they just train with them, and then all of a sudden they're just once they get up to a certain point, they're like Mike Brown is like, all right, cool, like I got you. You took them this far, I'll take them the rest of the way, type of deal. So they've got that many fucking coaches. That must be fucking nice. Not gonna lie.
Shit, we were fucking practicing at the end of the night at No Excuse.
Oh
fight,
yes,
man.
for
We'd
yours,
wait-
that was crazy.
We'd wait for them to get out of there, and then we'd go. We had no gym, and we still tapped them out.
Yes, remember that shit?
tapped him out.
Yeah, do you remember that Shark Tank one or what is it? The King Shark.
King Shark.
That's what it was. King Shark MMA.
Shark.
So
yeah.
yeah, he had an issue with
Dave.
little Dave had a little falling out. Then sure enough, seriously, man, like I would still be doing training at King Shark or whatever, and then
I was still ready to go, man.
yeah, he was fighting the guy, and of all places to train, he was fighting at the gym where his opponent was based out of. After everybody was gone,
We'd go at like
we'd
9
go there.
o'clock.
Yep,
And we'd
8:30
train
to
for
9.
like 2 hours. Yeah, we'd train
Get it
a
in.
couple hours, man.
I was so tired.
Yeah.
I was so tired. Oh my god.
And then I ended up joining Team No Excuse. I was like, I want to train with you guys. Like I was like, let's just go. This is, man. That was crazy, man. That was. I wish they would have saw that and we would have fucking took that, because that would have been a nice story.
It still is a nice story.
It is. Like fuck that guy.
It's how it goes. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember weren't you in my corner for Casey Cola?
You Scola?
Yeah. So I
That was
beat
a wicked
as far as I'm concerned, I beat that dude twice. I counted all the shots.
Yeah.
I had 26 unanswered shots.
Yeah.
I was on him in second round. I was whooping the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And the referee comes in, stops it, and he's like, "Oh no, I did this, the Robbie Lawler thing. Put the thumbs up." I'm like, "Okay, cool, you put the thumbs up. What the fuck did you do before the thumbs up? You didn't do a damn thing." But then sure enough, we have to go back on the ground, not even in the same position. So I basically stopped him, and then I had to finish out the fucking rounds to make sure I won the decision. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That shit happens, bro.
I remember that too.
That was not fun.
That's shitty, dude.
Still won though.
Yeah, that was a big win.
All
So,
that matters.
yeah, that literally is.
I wish they would have saw mine. Little bitches. He saw the next one, obviously. Fucking asshole. It's probably because I yelled at him. I was like, I don't like you. I'm mad at you. It's like, but yeah, dude, man. I hope. I don't know, man. I hope. I really like upsets, but I kind of want to see Adesanya like just fucking be like one of the like reigning champs for a really long time. Because I don't think Romero's gonna fight for very much longer. So I feel like,
man.
you think so?
Maybe another year or two.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Adesanya's still got like years and years.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see, obviously, Romero take the belt and actually say, "Oh, dude, I was a fucking UFC champ,"
Yeah.
because he deserves it. He's a dude. He is so scary.
Yeah.
I have nightmares about him, but like, it would just be it would be
And nobody wants to fight him.
What do you say?
no.
What do you
No
say
one
to
wants to
Michael
fight him
Bisping?
because he hits fucking hard.
Yeah, I would.
He hits fucking hard. Like he.
You got
I
big
wanna
Even
fight
even Paul Costa, you would want to fight? Cameron?
Absolutely. I'm different. I want to fight a dude that's just the one that nobody wants to fight. That's me. Why? I'm dumb. But you know what I mean? When it comes time for the cage, though, I don't want to ever fight somebody that isn't a bad motherfucker.
Yep.
Because when I win or if I lose, look who I lost to, or I beat that dude. The one that nobody wanted to fight, I beat him.
Yeah.
That's my bragging rights.
So whether or not it's a nasty loss or a nasty win, like you still would.
I'm a legitimate, like, I am to the core a fight fan.
Yeah.
Okay? So I want to always fight. Now, granted, between, my life of having kids and a family and a business, I don't have time to go out and train and do a lot of shit. I want to train with you and do jujitsu, but guess what? That's not happening anytime. And just when I thought I was going to be able to do it, nope. Life happens.
That's what I said,
I
dude.
just can't do it.
I want to go train, but it's just fucking so much shit.
Yeah. It's
So
a young
busy.
man sport. It really is. I would loved it when I was 22 all the way up until 38, but after that, that's hard.
I've been telling Marina, I'm like, dude, I want to go to Colton's gym. Like, I want to go fucking train. But then I'm just so busy, man. And then now, like, just growing. Hey,
You can always everybody can make time for some kind of either jujitsu, some kind of some time to work out, and I don't. Like, I'm walking around at 235 pounds. I should be at 200 fat and then 170 in great shape. You know what I mean? But
shit, I'm 182.
Yeah.
This is the most I've ever weighed.
where are you at now?
What am I at right now?
Yeah,
Colton's probably like 165.
other than chiseled.
I'm pretty built right now, but I'm at 230 right now. But
You're 230?
Yeah.
You don't look 230.
I kind of just want to take off the shirt to everybody.
I don't look that good.
because like they'll
Last
know
night
what
I had
like.
Captain Crunch. It was
It's
delicious.
okay. I tell people that
It's
they're
confession
like
time.
when people say you're kind of big, I'm like, no, it's called fighter fat. There's a new thing called fighter fat, and I made it up. That's
I wanna hear
it's
this.
fighter fat.
I want to hear
so
this.
much, but you eat a bunch of junk.
No. Fighter fat is when a fighter like myself who was at at a Mecca at one point at his prime, that can still lose it in a fight camp.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of people who are just fat, that takes a year, 2 years. You give me somebody, if Dana White himself was like, hey, I'm going to put you on in 2.5 months. I promise you, I will have a 6-pack at 170. It's going to be a lot of cocaine. a lot of steroids probably, but let me tell you something. No, but seriously, in a fight camp, it's going to happen. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to be like at 170, healthy in 3 months. Yeah. Somehow. And that's called fighter fat. If you were never a fighter, if you were never even pro, that ain't never going to happen.
That's true, though, dude. I've cut 8 pounds in a day. That last fight was 8 pounds in a day.
You can lose, like, easily 8 to 12 pounds of just water weight in a day.
If you're in the 12, though, I don't
when
know
I was
how
playing,
easy
like,
is it, though.
Well, when you're, that's true.
Yeah.
Like
My
when
last, 30
when
minutes, I was like, oh, fuck.
When I was playing football, there were guys who would literally lose, like, 13, 15 pounds. in
For
just
what?
one
What do you
day.
mean?
Just
That's
water weight.
that's so
'Cause
unhealthy.
you're doing, like, 2-a-days.
Oh, okay.
And these
okay.
guys are, like,
Yeah.
obviously, these guys are
Practices.
290 to, like, 320 pounds. So they're big dudes, and they have a lot of water weight. So, yeah, they can lose 13 to 20 fucking pounds of just
A
water.
good hard
in a
practice,
day.
yeah. I mean, shit. Yeah, in MMA, it's the same thing. Get yourself a good in wrestling, a good practice is 3 to 4 pounds. In MMA, like an awesome practice is like 6 pounds.
Shit, we have a bunch of messages. I didn't even look at that.
No, you're fine. They're just saying hi. It's cool.
Dope.
But that's
Any questions?
Are there any questions?
If anybody has any questions about
Fresno
UFC
tuning in.
248, my auntie from Fresno.
Hola, tia.
Shout out to Tiger 2, by the way.
Oh,
Gary
dude, I
Hawk.
love Tiger Team. I love Gary.
I'm rocking that Tiger 2
Yeah.
gear.
I'm
What's up,
still
Zach?
mad
My
at
camera just
them.
froze.
I'm still mad. You know what? I'm actually more mad at myself and my old coach.
What's up,
Like,
BJ?
we got Tiger 2 into this game, honestly, for Team Hardcore back in the day, and I never got to wear. I did get to wear one shirt, but like, I never got to like literally represent and be like Tiger 2 is my sponsor. They were just the sponsor for hardcore. Do you remember those shirts?
I have
one.
I have one.
Yes, I still have a couple of them.
That's Marina's favorite shirt. She
Yes.
fucking wears it all the time.
Yes. So to Tiger 2, I love
Hey,
you
if you got
guys.
any more, send them this way, bro, because mine faded.
I don't know. I don't know why our live feed is like circulating right now, but that kind of bugs me.
It does that every now and then.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, but it doesn't like hold it forever.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
cool.
all right.
Just want to make sure that we're still live. Like it says we're still live, but
yeah.
and this is everything else is fluctuating. But
Just real quick, if any of you guys out there watching got any questions or want us to talk about anything during the show, with martial arts or UFC 248,
It's a good photo.
just comment on it and
real, right?
that is a good photo. Let me fucking
and,
screenshot that shit.
let us know, man. We love to answer questions on here as well. We don't just talk and talk and talk. We've answered questions before from people who
Sammy
are
talks
watching,
and talks and talks.
I do talk a lot, but that's why I have a podcast show.
He is the filler. We are the information. So
That's fair.
I am the king.
Cheers
ever
to
seen
that
any of
shit.
those? Ever seen any an awesome book and you've got the the
Pop out.
actual,
Oh, dude, I love pop-up books.
Yeah,
Then when you
the
open, they
pop-up.
pop
Shut
up
up.
and
Stop.
they come up,
Stop
and
it.
you're like reading, like someone's like going into a tree, and you open it and like pop up a tree.
He is
You're
the
like,
side
oh my god,
note
what
of
the
the book.
fuck? Here's a tree in a book. How did you plant that in a book?
Sammy's the pop-up. Is that what you're saying?
No, he's
like
the
doing
side
Catch
note
You
of
Off
the
Guard.
you've got your story and then you've got your little cliff notes on the side
Oh,
of
yeah,
what
yeah.
might actually be going. That's what he is.
Oh, he's the Cliff Notes. Who's the pop-up?
That's me.
That would be
good.
him. But like, bro, I'm talking about
everything.
books.
He's
like,
everywhere.
You're looking at like encyclopedia. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Webster
Pop up.
Dictionary.
Yeah.
Pop-ups.
again.
He's Dr. Seuss.
What I was saying is like, who's the dialogue, and then who's the pop-up? Like, who's the
He's definitely the
surprise?
dialogue. I mean, that boy never stops.
Yeah, the dialogue. Then we got Gabe over here, who is the pop-up.
Yogurt.
Next thing you know, you're like, yeah, yogurt. Next thing you know, you give your kid like one of those pop-up books, and like it's like an X-rated pop-up book, and you didn't even know what it was.
Yeah,
Because you bought it from like a thrift store.
of course.
Because that's what I would do.
Because I've had so many of those experiences.
I do it all the time. I don't have any
Not
kids,
me.
but if I had kids, dude, believe you me, they'd have some crazy fucking pop-up books.
Dude,
You would feel different if you actually
They've
had a
like-
kid. 'cause
Probably.
They're like dragging, dude. Oh my god, no, never mind.
Are you
I
still
was
live?
doing
You're
this.
still live on your
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
So also, if you guys don't want to watch it on here,
We got a question
You can
from
go to
Ryan.
Instagram.
When do we see Colton or Gabe back in fights and front street fights?
You know what? As far as front street fights, how many times have you fought there, bro?
Probably 4 or 5. I don't know.
Okay.
Like when it first started,
I've only had
maybe 3.
3 there.
Yeah.
I guess
about
when
the same
Colton
time you
wants,
did.
because he's got a good relationship with Todd. As far as me, that depends on when Todd decides to pull his head out of his own ass.
Oh,
So,
girl,
it is what it is.
woo!
I didn't say that, Todd. I love you, bro.
I can say that.
You do a good
I
job,
literally
brother.
have nothing to do with front street fights or,
Let's get Todd back on the show, and we'll have you guys chat it out.
Yeah, I would love to.
That would be fun.
I don't think he would last.
Oh,
I don't think he would last talking to me, dog.
He is a gentleman. He's a gentleman, though. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, so
I like Todd.
that's to answer your question. Yes, as soon as he pulls it out of his ass, or honestly, when maybe he just gets bored and be like, you know what, I want to see one of the older fighters or one of the fighters that actually did well in this area, but
Put some seasoning on the
Yeah.
card. You know what I mean?
you know what I mean,
bring
like something.
GSP back in the
seasoning.
card.
Yeah, maybe as soon as SPG runs out of fighters to put on there, but that's not going to happen because they got a lot of fighters.
They got a shit ton.
They got a lot of
fighters.
them.
They got a fuck ton of fighters, man.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably it. But thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
So we do have Casey Johnson. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah,
know
Casey
him at all.
Johnson's. Yeah.
He trains, kind of goes a bunch of different spots for his striking.
Isn't he-
He's down in Vegas right
Yep.
now, actually training
With
with
Vince.
Fruglin and Vince. A lot of people around here know Vince. And whenever he's home, we're
Morales?
doctoring up his jiu-jitsu.
So you're
Yeah,
not-
Vince Morales.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
Vince is gonna be on the show, by the way, soon.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Mhm.
He's been in the studio before.
Yeah, that's what he said. He knows where it's. Well, he needs He needs to remember where it's at.
Guys, look,
yeah.
seriously. Well, just because he was in a car and he drove by doesn't mean he came by the studio.
No, he's
All
been
right,
on.
there's-
I think he's been on.
See how the voice changed?
To be honest with you, I think he's been on two shows, like in my studio. I want
Vince
to
is
say
a goof.
Vince is fun.
Vince is a goof,
Yeah, he's fun.
motherfucker.
He's super
such a
easy
I
to
like-
talk to,
I
and
like
he's
him.
honestly he's gonna be that guy that when he actually since he's in the
Because him and
UFC,
Shino were in here at the same time.
yeah, he's gonna be that guy as soon as everybody he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then all of a sudden because it's kind of cool that they're kind of a power couple,
Yeah,
and
big
then
time.
and then for sure that everyone can be like, dude, I didn't know he's a fighter. He's so nice. He's gonna be that story.
Yeah.
Anybody can talk to him
Yo,
about anything and everything.
Is
Yeah,
Shino in the UFC or is she still
Invicta.
in Invicta?
Invicta.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
like when she was
She's a
here, she
beast,
was
too.
promoting Invicta, and she like fights at like atom weight, like 105
she's-
pounds or something. Basically, like
She's tiny, but she's
paperweight is
fast
what they
as
should
hell.
call it. Is paperweight, like
Yeah.
it's like tiny. But
Yeah.
no, her and Vince have been in here. So Vince has been in here twice on 2 different shows. And then Shino's been in here on one of the shows, but either way, both those individuals, like every time they've been in here, they have amazing mannerisms. Like they conduct themselves very well. They're very professional, and then they're very in tune with what it is that they are striving for, and it always blows my mind, but it shouldn't, because when you think back on it, like when people do set those goals, they and they achieve those short-term goals, like they're essentially, you're going to get to where those people are at. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, you're if you're just in tune with where you want to go and you have a vision and you kind of create your own path and you surround yourself with people who are going to get you there. Like those two, like you're saying, power couple, those two are like the coolest two people who could
Yeah.
be together to influence each other, to
Is she still with
like,
SBG?
reinforce each other.
Does she still represent SBG, or did? Because I know she moved to
know.
Vegas.
I think they
'Cause they're in
train.
Vegas
I think
now.
they're.
I know
think they
Vince is in
represent-
Vegas for sure.
but she's with them.
Okay.
They live together. So
Yeah, they
I
live
think
in
they.
Vegas.
I don't know what the gym that they represent now, but they train with Tony.
Yeah. Well,
and
that's
then everybody.
nothing new.
Yeah, but so I follow Vince and I was watching his videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't ever see her at.
I don't ever see SBG stuff with her anymore.
She's
No.
always.
And she used
She's.
to
I think they
train
live
all the
together in
time at
Vegas
SBG.
now.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
And
I
she
think
used
they
to
both.
coach, and she used to coach at SBG.
Yeah.
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 So
She's
and I follow her, but I just don't. I don't.
I saw the
see
videos
any
and man,
SBG
those
stuff.
guys are adorable.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious, man. He is. I don't know how much Spanish he knows, but he is very vividly Mexican, and she is very vividly Japanese. So.
Oh, is that what she is?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Japanese.
Oh, crazy! I didn't
Bro,
know
she
that.
looks it like
She's,
really.
I didn't see it.
military family.
I really
think,
didn't
though.
see it. I honestly thought she was Mexican.
Really?
I swear, I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, I think,
Weirdo.
Yeah,
I know
whatever.
I know she's Japanese.
No, I think they're a super adorable couple.
Yeah,
I like it.
And they're
Yeah,
like a
big
they're-
power couple.
Yeah,
And I
they're a
think
super chill
the best
couple.
part about it is that he's in the UFC and that she's in Invicta, so they're like never you can never worry about them being on the same card.
Nope.
She could always be pulled over because I think UFC owns Invicta or at least helps them out,
Yeah.
you know,
It's a feeder
financially.
league. Yeah, it's a feeder
So
league.
Who was the couple that fought the same night last weekend?
a couple?
Yeah,
Hell if I know.
married. They were married. Who? Do you remember who it was?
I posted on my Facebook.
Maybe we'll look it up. But they were husband and wife. They fought the same night. The husband
De La Rosa.
De La Rosa's.
Okay.
So the Joe
In the
Rogan-
UFC?
Yeah.
Mark De La Rosa.
Did they both win?
No, he lost.
Oh, he lost. She won. And so they were like talking about like, dude, how cool would it be if the daughter, because she had to leave school early, like, oh hey, yeah, I gotta leave school early to be like, my mom and dad are fighting the UFC right now, so I gotta leave.
That would be cool. That would be legit.
Don't give me detention because they will come find you.
Yes.
Like, how cool is that though? But they're both in UFC. They fought
Were-
the same card.
Were they on that
Mom or
Paul
Dad
Felder
should
call?
just
Yes.
them out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and they were both good fights.
Damn.
Really.
I remember
really
seeing
fun
all the fights. They
dude.
were all fun fights. I just never put two and two together.
So they were the they were the De La Rosas or whatever, but
That's
they were
legit.
talking about it. We didn't know about it, and we heard about it, and they were just like, oh yeah, how crazy would it be for their daughter to be? Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. That was the last one. But they were like, how crazy would it be to have your daughter say, oh, I gotta leave school because my mom and dad are fighting in the UFC right now, so I gotta go. I gotta leave school early.
That'd be awesome.
Huh. Yeah.
Super awesome.
I'm like, Oliver, go say that. He just looks at me like, shut up, Dad.
Can I get an autograph? If I'm the teacher, I'm totally doing that. Hey, you know what? I'm going to call your parents. We need to schedule something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, hey, listen, look, I'm just huge fans. I just used your daughter as bait. She's doing great. Can I have an autograph? I think I would be doing that shit if I was a teacher. I don't know.
Man, dude. But that'd be pretty cool, though, to fucking go and say shit like that. Really? Fucking both of your parents in the UFC?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I think it's going to be even cooler as a parent because, you have a kid. He's obviously going to be doing jiu-jitsu. What if he's,
jiu-jitsu.
Yes. Oh. What if he starts getting to the point where he's just like, cool. He gets so far up there and all of a sudden he's just tapping out Gracie's left and right. Could be the Gracie killer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw the video that you posted with him. Yeah. You were just rolling with him a little bit.
I spent a lot of. He comes to practice, but obviously his coach's son, so he gets lots of.
Oh yeah.
One-on-one time.
Fuck yeah.
So
yep.
I think I had the proudest dad moment when he did an arm drag. It was legit too. He just went wrist, tricep, single leg, and then drove. I mean, like he's a 4-year-old, so driving, right? He's driving pressure.
Dude, that's
but
so
like
cool.
the way he did it, I was like, oh my goodness.
And then as the adult, the 4-year-old comes in, he's like, yes, yes. But on the outside, he's like, good job, son. Because you can't show favoritism in class, regardless if he's your son or not.
You just shake his hand. You're like,
sure.
That's how I am. You know what I mean? Like
I think I'm harder on him in class, to be honest.
You have
every coach and every parent
So,
actually is.
Yeah.
They have to be.
I try not to be, but I think, like, I kind of catch myself going like, I should ease up. He's 4-year-old. Like,
Drive it into it, bro.
It's so natural. Even with dads that are football coaches, they go hard, but then at the same time they think about later, like, fuck, was it a little too hard on my son?
The greatest sports athletes always have their dads that are going way too hard.
Yep.
Never one of them have a A, they don't have a dad, or B, they have a dad that's going way too hard on them and didn't stop and was always making them do shit that they didn't want to do.
Yeah.
So don't stop.
Yeah, he's gonna wake up. It's gonna be like 5-mile runs every morning. then wrestling practice. Then school. Then
I can't do that because I can't wake up that early.
Then weights. Then go to sleep. Wake up.
I can't do that. No, my boy's gonna be a finisher. He's gonna be doing concrete and landscape. Where actually we started doing the kicking. So he's starting to do. He might be karate. Who knows? But I'm definitely starting to teach him. And my little girl loves the ground. She loves to wrestle.
You're a great coach. So in general, like they're gonna have someone who's both of you guys. You're great in jiu-jitsu. Yeah. You're great in martial arts. So they're gonna have really great coaches in general that are just gonna, especially a doctor. Dude, she's gonna beat the shit out of somebody.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I'm just waiting for that call. As soon as I get it, be like, we have an issue.
Even yours.
Somebody was, messing with your daughter, and then the brother just happened to see it. So your kid whooped the shit out of 6 to 8 dudes.
The big brothers just
like,
watched.
Oh shit.
They didn't even do shit. Oh, guess what, Colton? Your daughter fucking choked somebody out for just. They were picking on her. She just choked her out.
She choked out a teacher.
How did she know that? Oh yeah, I run a gym. Fuck, do you tell us a little bit about your gym?
So we have noon. Let's just start with the schedule. I got noon class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's no gi. And we do same thing 6:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, no gi. And we have gi nights Tuesday, Thursday. We're primarily a no-gi gym. I guess that's what I'm known for the most. I think our gi game is super legit. I can't wait to show it off as we get to more of these tournaments. I got kind of trained differently, whereas like I started with Flynn, who's like a no-gi only guy, and I did MMA, all this other stuff, and then I got with Ia for about 1.5 years, and kind of got to learn a lot of traditional stuff, but at the same time, I'm more like 10th Planet and creativity and kind of like, make it up as I go, but then it's super legit. And then I watch others, like I'll watch John Dana here, and I'll watch all these super high level guys. I think I stalk Gordon Ryan, but don't tell him. And like I'm just always watching stuff and always learning from others, and then also like learning on the fly, like getting creative. Like, well, if I know the arm doesn't twist like this, what if I do this? And then also learning through all the other stuff and just kind of putting it all together. So like I learned a lot of traditional stuff and got a lot of time learning the gi, and then now I just make stuff up with the gi now, and it works.
So who is your coach specifically? Like I know
who's my coach now?
Yeah.
I would say it's still Flynn.
Yeah.
So, like he's still around. He still mentors me. He's
a
helps
G.
me coach. And then
Dude, he's a Jedi.
Fucking.
Yeah.
What was that move he made up? That move he made up. It was like a Mexican salsa name. What was that? He made up a move one time in practice when we were over in Meridian. Oh gosh, damn it!
Can't remember, man. I'm making stuff up all the time.
He made some funny ass move up and called it with something with salsa. We all started laughing.
Somebody, I mean, like at the end of the day, like when I create, I don't create moves. Like somebody's already created them. Yeah, I mean, so.
I created this move.
I bend things the wrong way. I know general defense. I've learned a lot, and I just try and stay tight. I keep all the fundamental sounds in mind, and then get funky with that. I think fundamentals make a champion, right?
Yeah, I believe that
and
too.
creativity makes you special.
Yep.
So
Yes.
if you're sound with your fundamentals, which is what I stress super hard in my practices, and you add a little salt and pepper to it, you got yourself, your own
Which
unique
is
grappler.
honestly a legitimate recipe, because how many times have you seen fighters like, you know what, I know so much, and they at their interviews after their fights they always say the same thing, like for this one we really didn't do anything different, we just went back to the basics.
Yeah.
How many times you hear that shit? Like sometimes you get so advanced you forget about what actually got you exactly to where that is. You always got to go back to your fundamentals, always going back to your basics. You go for that. For how many times have you drilled an armbar? I've drilled it. I don't know, even in jiu-jitsu.
Well,
and I know 5 or 6 different arm bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One time, I had a practice dummy, and I just was mad, just frustrated, just needed something to drill on it. I couldn't even make it to practice, so I took the practice dummy. I did far side armbar 1,000 times. This is like right around the same time I did the 1,000 burpee challenge. And I was like, whatever. So every 100, I would make a little tick. I don't know if I got 100 exactly, but man, my arm bars got super good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember you as a jiu-jitsu coach. For me in general, you were always
Yeah.
like, no, it's always about drilling. We have to drill this move constantly. Even
Well, that's
when,
the way that
even
Flynn
when
is,
we were
man.
in the living room, you were just like,
Yeah.
no, drill.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing
Everybody
today.
wants to roll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody wants to roll, and that's where bad habits are created.
Mhm.
So, like, I create a lot of circle flows. And that Flynn used to do a lot of circle flows, too, where it's the same repetitive motion. 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu does the same thing. You do a crazy amount of drilling, and it's like a flow, right? Doesn't mean I have to follow that order when I roll, but I start realizing things. If I get here, this is where I'm supposed to go,
Yeah.
right? And if he answers with this, I go with this. Or if he answers with this, I go with this.
It's a fucking
And
chess game.
You create these rules, right? So, like, say you go to practice, you learn an armbar, right? Let's be real. Like, most people that come to jiu-jitsu, like, they want to learn it, but they're not there to get super good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they think they're there to get super good, but they do 6-7 reps, and then we're moving on to the next move. Like, homie, you had 10 minutes to do 6-7 reps, bro. Like, what happened? Like, take advantage of your time. You only got a limited amount of time on this earth, to be honest, right? And you're gonna waste it. You waste 5 to 10 minutes doing 7-8 reps.
Yep.
Right. So you create these circle flows where you do it for like 5 minutes, and homies are hitting the same sequence, 20, 30 times in those 5 minutes. Now, instead of kind of getting that armbar, they get the general flow. Then you add the resistance to it, and then as they get reps rolling, they get reps rolling and drilling it the right way, right? They master the drill, and then they add it to their flow.
Yeah.
Right? As opposed to like, oh, if I grab his hand and twist it and force it into its spot, then then I'll get the submission. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Not against someone really good with his fundamentals, right?
Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
So
two different.
Fuck.
It makes sense because
Oops,
I mean,
sorry.
shit. Okay, so BJ Penn, he was well known for his jiu-jitsu, right? He got his black belt in 3 years. That's unheard of, right? But part of his training was he learned one move and one move only a day. That's it. So one move, whether it was a sweep, whether it was a submission, it didn't matter. He learned it, and he was supposed to drill it over and over and over and over and over again. So that's all he did. He drilled that one move for hours and hours until it was in his repertoire. So the next day, he already knows that move. Anytime anybody rolls, chances are he's going to be, okay, he might have been taught one thing
He's gonna
today,
capitalize
but
on
he's
that
going to
move.
capitalize on that one move
Yep.
because he already has that one, as opposed to the one that he was just already taught. You know what I mean? And then the other opposite of that is when you go into a lot of jiu-jitsu gyms, you know, you go in there, they teach you 3 moves, you roll for about 15 minutes, and then the advanced class starts, and then you forgot everything because you learned three different moves. You're like, oh, well, that's a lot of steps to go for those 3 moves.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
there's like
that's
9
the whole
steps
thing
for that
with-
one damn move.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. What we do is when I would train Colton, it was something that led into something, but we would never go past 2 or 3 moves. Sometimes it would just be those 2 moves that led into that, but it was a constant hour and a half of us rolling those 2 moves.
So something super cool. I'll give it to you guys. Like, we talk about those 2 moves, right? So I think a lot of people that might watch this might make good reference. When I get into like guard, right? I kind of break it down like football. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm on offense and I'm playing football, and we're across, you're in my guard, not broken down yet. You just kind of got your hands there. You're not working yet. And I'm on my back. I got my legs around you. As soon as you start making action and I start making action, you got your defense, I got my offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in order for me to score a point and to score a touchdown, all the other stuff, I got to put you in my offense, right? Make you play my game.
Yep.
So if I break you down, let's say rubber guard, right? That'd be like power I in football, right? I got a lot of audibles, a lot of decisions I can make off that power I, right? But if I never put you in power I can't run my power I offense. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
So everything is, okay, let's learn this breakdown. Let's say underhook over the head, and then we got offense, right? So we learn 1, 2 moves from that sequence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we got our offense. Boom. Okay, what do I do from here? He pushes away. Okay, Coach Colton said if he pushes away, let him go away, and then snap the head over the top, right? So it's like all of a sudden, there's my offense. They answer, run audible, Red Rover. Put a leg over the top, and then we assault from there, right?
Yep.
So I think a lot of people think jiu-jitsu is just like grabbing and pulling things across, and everything is an offensive, defensive. You start breaking jiu-jitsu down as offense and defense all the time, and always make the plays that win.
Yeah. Well,
right?
it's a very generic version. I mean, technically that's what it is. It is offense and defense, but that means that you don't know a damn thing about the sport, and you should never talk about it if that's how you're going to generalize it.
What, are we talking about football?
No, I'm talking about jiu-jitsu. It's not. It is offense and defense, but you can't just generalize it as just that. It is a legitimate mindfuck.
Yeah,
when you know you're better than somebody, and when you know you're better than somebody, me personally, like when I know that I'm better than somebody all the time, and I'm used to tapping them out or whatever, I'm gonna put myself in a bad situation so that they can work, because it's not about me. It's about them learning. That's what jiu-jitsu is.
Yeah.
It's a constant repetitive motion of moves, different sequences for people to learn, for everybody in the world to learn.
Yeah, man.
So
jiu-jitsu is such a fucking crazy thing, dude. It's
Human
just,
chess.
Yeah.
it's human chess. I do like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I said that like.
No, you said it was a chess game,
No,
but
it was.
you are
Check it out.
Sambo,
Wait,
and
no,
the way
so
you talk, there's no like.
It was the same thing.
it
Time
was,
out. Damn it.
But when the when the Mad Reaper says it, nothing.
Hold on, I'm
Okay,
gonna
the
take
Joker?
A moment.
Drinking my water.
I'm gonna take a bigger drink.
Getting drated over here. Getting drated.
Oh shit, man. But yeah, dude. Do you have any shout outs that you want to give out tonight?
Absolutely. Got a shout out to my wife and my kids. Love them. My company, Big Mr. Concrete, as Sambo said earlier. So, anything concrete, guys. Seriously, anything concrete, anything landscaping, give me a call. Be happy to help you out. Just hit up Sambo. And always, always, always to the MTFU right there. MTFU. Man the fuck up. That's a legitimate organization. We're a bunch of dudes. Do a
Good
bunch
group
of cool
of guys.
stuff.
Good group of guys.
Yes, sir. And then you belong to that. As a matter of fact, I just had a female that needed a washer. Got screwed on the marketplace by some lady who had 4 stars, and tried to get her to come back and get it. She said, "Oh, I'll come back and get it and get you a different washer." Never did. Got screwed out of her $60. I saw the post. I'm like, I got this lady. Don't know who she is, but sweet. So posted it up on the MTFU site.
You guys got to take care of, didn't you?
Yep, got it taken care of that
Saw that.
weekend. Done.
Yep.
So she ain't got a brand new washer, but she sure as hell got a washer
She's got
now.
a washer dryer. Fuck, dude.
And it was delivered by me and my my big ass trailer, so it is what it is.
Nice.
So shout out to
Fuck
the
yeah,
MTFU.
man. You guys are blessed, dude. Colton?
Shout out to my wife over here, and my kids are back at home. And shout out to all my boys that got to grapple tonight. I missed out, so I hope it went well.
Where can people follow you?
Where
Yeah,
can people follow
everybody.
me? So,
Where's your gym at, too?
so my gym's in Nampa, 3615 East Newby Street.
I want to follow you at home, though.
Best.
What's your home address?
We'll talk later.
Social Security and your credit card number. That's all.
Best no-gi gym.
you home.
Right.
Blood type.
Best gi gym. I'm just gonna make that out right
Plus,
now.
we can refinance all your loans as long as you give us all your
Okay.
information.
Hey, I'm open
Best
to all
gi
challenges,
gym.
man. I'm open to all
No,
challenges.
I'm sissy, man. This guy's a legit guy, dude. I'm gonna go fucking one day join their gym.
He had so much
you see him
intensity.
overcommit and then
And
fall.
then-
Wait, time out. It's because I'm hungry. I haven't ate all day and I'm feeling.
No, it's because you don't want to do it.
You know
But
what?
it's
You get,
3615 East Newby Street in Nampa. You guys can check it out. You can follow me at Mr. Nogi Jiu-Jitsu and at Kamainu, Idaho. And as always, if you guys have questions, you could always DM me straight up. So
Yep, that's his Instagram stuff, guys. And also another shout out to our sponsor, Big Mr. Concrete and Landscape, man. Like I told you guys before, these guys handle everything. All land solutions from pavers to fire pits, man. They handle landscaping, curbing. They do great concrete work. They do stamping, colors, patios, driveways, sidewalks, and so much more, guys. Hit them up. Like I told you, that's his logo on the bottom right there. Go follow them on Facebook. Hit him up. His number's 208-412-8039. And ask for Gabriel Miranda, please. And let him know that Sambo sent you. Because if not, I'm going to get my ass kicked. I'm going to cry. And I hate crying on the show. I'm not going to cry now. But time out.
hey,
But
if you
thank-
join Jiu-Jitsu, I'll help you out with that.
Okay, I'm going to do a little bit jiu-jitsu, then I'm going to fight my own coach. But I'm still going to lose. Also, guys, go
Jiu-jitsu doesn't
follow.
make your chin stronger, though.
Okay, now we're getting serious. Like also,
not fun
guys, go
My
follow.
dog's super sweet. Just tell these girls, we got these girls in the background. They're like, oh my God, this dog's going to fucking take my face off. No, y'all are invited into my house. My dog fucking loves women, and she wants to hang out with y'all. So I'm sorry, I try not to interrupt, but these girls are super nervous around this dog, and I just want to let them
The
know.
ears are back. As soon as the
She's-
ears are back on a dog,
she's
he's like,
super chill.
we're homies.
She's-
We are homies.
She's a girl, man. She's,
And I haven't
she's
done a
female,
shout out
so-
also to I haven't done a shout out for a while for Channel 99 Studio for making this happen. Guys, go follow them on
Thanks, dog.
go follow them on Instagram. They have a Facebook page as well. They have so much more, guys. Go they have a shit ton of they have great podcast shows as well. Their host is Tim Meyer. He's my producer. He's great. He's been helping me out with so much, and we're doing so much more. We're gonna keep going. Also, go follow my Facebook page, Wild Style Podcast. Go subscribe to my YouTube page, Wild Style Podcast. Guys, this is the end of our show today. Thank you for tuning in today for Wild Style Podcast. Sambo is